second video of making the face mask, medical face mask. I forgot to mention that before you turn it right side out, here's my right side out ready to go, you can clip those corners to help make your corners less bulky. So go ahead and clip those, you just cut them, and that just makes it a little less bulky. If you're nervous to do that, then don't do it, but it will make it less bulky. Also, you don't have to do a 1/2 inch seam if you don't want. You can also do a 1/4 inch, which will make your mask just a little bit bigger. Your seam allowance anywhere from a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch on those. Okay, now to our tucks. What we're going to do is you're going to fold this in half. You're going to press it. Then you're going to fold this and this right to that middle. This is going to give us our 3 tucks, our lines for our tucks. We're going to put a pin in each of those. And then we'll get our little middle one where we pressed it. And I guess you wouldn't have to press it if you don't want to. Then we want the tucks. The tucks need to be facing downward so they don't catch dust or particles in them. So the tucks need to be facing downward on the front. Then you use one of these long bobby pins, and this is so awesome. I love this trick. Slide that right down. You are ready to sew. Okay, I am ready to sew. I have put these pins so that I don't sew this part close. This is for your filter, so we don't want that sewn close. I will start here. I'm going to go around. I'm going to back stitch, reinforce there. I'm going to sew down here and reinforce that. Go all the way around, top stitching, reinforcing the sides and where the ties are, and then ending right here. You want to reinforce this too. Always back stitch so that your stitches don't come out. Just doing the top stitch as I get to my bobby pin. Obviously, you don't want to sew over that. So here I am, top stitching the sides. I did move my bobby pin. I flipped it around because otherwise it's in the way. Okay, when I get to the bottom of there, I flip this whole thing around, I pivot, and then I reinforce that side. Then I do that one more time. We have our beautiful mask done, and this is our little hole for our pipe cleaner. Take a pipe cleaner, you can cut it in half or just fold it in half. Now we've got a little slit for it. You can remove it for washing. Slides right in there. Then we have our little filter. I've cut this. It's about 7 by 5.5. I fold it in thirds. I slide it in. And you wouldn't use a filter for a lot of cases for these. If you're sending these to hospitals, they are not going to want filters in them. But if you are personally doing it for like a nursing home and you've talked to them, you could do the filter or not. That's up to you or for you personally. Anyway, I won't unfold that, but you get it in there, you unfold it in there. It's a little bit tricky to get it all flat. And you have your face mask all ready to go. Then I wanted to talk a little bit about the filter. So this filter is interfacing a non-fusible, so that means it doesn't iron, there's no sticky. And you can use that, or you can use, a lot of people are doing this to get the best, they feel like this is going to protect you the best. These filters are very expensive though, because they're the only ones that have the metal on top. What you would do is you'd go in, you clip along that, and then you can actually cut this out of these filters, and these filters protect you from all these things. So you could do that. One trick with that is you need to make sure your airflow is the right direction, so you would want to mark that onto the filter. There's lots of videos about that, so if you want to find out more about that, you can Google that. Then I wanted to show you one quick trick that I loved for my ties, because the ties are one of the things that take the longest if you have to make your own, or if you have bias tape, it uses almost an entire package to just do one mask. So the t-shirt ties I found was the fastest option, and they're really pretty sturdy, and they're stretchy, so they can even be used in place of elastic if you wanted to do elastic. So what you do is you get a t-shirt, you get to fold it, and you probably all have, this is a race shirt from my kids that they didn't use very much. You cut off the end here. You could probably even use this end. Okay, so now I'm going to do 1.5 inch width. And actually I gotta flip this around. Okay, I'm gonna cut 1.5 inch strips. You could do it thicker or thinner. This is called t-shirt yarn. So every spot, I'm gonna just go ahead and cut up this. Okay, so I've cut the top of the shirt off, and this is the strips, and this is really cool. It's gonna take me just a second to get this. What you do, it's almost like making continuous bias tape, but it's continuous t-shirt, and you cut. So I have my bottom here. You cut from this line up to your next line. And then this first one, you just cut at an angle, and it just goes along, and you keep cutting it. So like on your spine here, get that spine, I'm sorry, it isn't showing very well. You would just keep cutting from this line to the next line, and this is how you make your continuous t-shirt yarn. And it is awesome. Cut it in 18-inch pieces and tie a knot at the end. It works great. Pull it and it curves. Alright, I hope this has helped you. So now you have a way to do a medical mask that is to just be used for the medical world. Alright, anyway, I hope this is helpful. So here's your options for some masks, some tips. Good luck sewing, and our prayers go out to all those that are needing them, and thank you so much for everyone who's helping out.